Greetings, salutations, it's I live again, and I forgot to uncover the fucking camera. God damn it. So, it might have taken like a solid minute for the back end of YouTube to actually allow me to go live. That was slightly a problem. Anyways, yeah, hi, it me, I am, I'm different levels of tired than I normally am because, the last couple of days have been a headache-inducing time of absolute pain in my ass, where, they were doing construction from early in the morning until, like, a good fair bit into the evening, and the entire time for, like, 3 days straight, today included, I guess, just hammering and sawing and all sorts of shit on the roof while they played mariachi music. I'm not even joking. They're playing mariachi music. Also, I think the, is that a decent amount of it being open? Or do I need to turn that down a little bit? Un momento. I am still trying to find a good level for the, talking animation to be at. Let's try that. That might be a little bit better. But yeah, so that has been an issue. And I basically have been able to not stream because I have slept like dog shit for the last couple of days because, well, my mattress turned British and stabbed me last night for one. So I'm having to sleep on the other side of the mattress right now. And I'm gonna need to replace that probably next month. But, you want to know how bad insomnia is for me? I just want you to realize that sleep on the other side of the mattress is enough to actively make my, rest worse. Like, it's genuinely that bad. Also, you may notice I might have done a little bit of remodeling to help me be able to find the people that I need to talk to in the town. Yeah. We should have enough power for at least a couple of things. Notably, I left this running an entire night, by the way. And I want you to notice that this was barely enough to get to, this. It was an entire night plus a little bit. So if you're wondering how bad the power production is, there you go. I've also had to keep an eye on things because, they're really bad at it. Just everything involving keeping this going. The one person we have for watering has been an eternal issue. And also, no matter where I move the medicine cabinet, they don't take any medicine, so ha 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 ha. Anyways, we have the resources now, at least. I hope. But yeah, again, I'm not entirely certain how long today's stream is going to be, because coffee is going to carry me only so far today. Especially because I had to go to the store in 93-degree weather and pick up some groceries. So this might be, unironically, a 2-hour stream at best before I go crash and sleep, because I'm not entirely certain they're done yet. That was first thing, and we also needed the next production line, which, yes, I still don't have enough XP for. The, point we need. But as far as things go, we have the resources together, and a lot of resources, in fact, have been made. But yeah, in the entire time, by the way, there were only 2 raids that happened, so we barely got any extra dog coin. Hi, Lynx. But yeah, this time, unironically, might actually be a shorter stream, just because I'm probably going to need to at least rest, if nothing else, because, yeah. First things first, I guess we can go do a dungeon and try to get another tech point. Just so we can actually make the next thing, install another person into the town who can do something, and yeah. Because I literally didn't do anything other than remodel all the places and just kind of sit around and make sure some research gets done. I will say I have grinded the fuck out of RuneScape in the last couple of days, though. And I'm pretty decently far through Forestry. I even got the Fox Whistle twice. To which, in that game, I'm stuck in a really weird position of needing a better axe. But, hopefully. And I have to say, Forestry worlds in, old school RuneScape are wild places to be. Get that up so I can keep an eye on things. Hopefully I found the right spot for the mouth animation to be talking at now. Ancient tech point. God damn it. Don't rescue the Pippa. What's Pokemon for adults like? I don't know. This is Ark. But yeah, like I said, it's probably going to be a somewhat shortish stream because I really was really itching to stream. But because of the construction of the roof and my need to actually, you know, have more food in the house, kinda ended up really fucking tired. Like, oh my god, my sleep was terrible the last several days. Do you want to know how much it was bothering me to have the construction on the roof happen constantly? Last night, I laid down in my bed, closed my eyes, and then 10 minutes after, I could just vaguely feel the sound of the construction still in my head. No, it's Palworld, but Palworld's Ark. Palworld's not Pokemon. That's the funniest part. Like, this game is just straight up Ark. Oh, cool. We got the tech point dungeon 1. Production assembly line 2. Good. I'll probably use the dog coin to upgrade some of the people. I did get at least 100, so we'll be able to get at least a couple of upgrade items for the people. Ultimately, I did not get as much research as I wanted done either. But it's fine. Alright. Just rip that up. So as you can see, yeah, I did some slight remodeling of everything because I got really tired of not being able to find people as easy. We were one circuit board short. I'm actually kind of amazed by that fact. Oh, yeah. Why is there ammo in that box? But yeah, we can just go get that from one of the locations. It's whatever. They have been working constantly, and I think we only got like 3 researches done. Which, to be fair, one of those was because I intended to get up last night and do a stream then. I slept throughout the entire night, didn't even wake up once. I was happy to get some good sleep, but I'm still just kind of fatigued. I'm really, really hoping they actually did finish up at least my side of the buildings, like, area. So I don't have to actually deal with them hammering above me anymore. To me, Palworld is like if Pokemon was more upfront about the war crimes committed by trainers. Unironically, gameplay-wise, this game is just Ark. It is straight up Ark mixed with, like, a little bit of Elden Ring and then a couple of design elements from Pokemon. It is funny to me that people kept going Pokemon because realistically, no, it's just Ark. It's Ark Survival Evolved, but, you know, vaguely Pokemon-ified designs. Syndicate clear? Oh. That's not my gun. This is. Like, unironically, Ark had a system of putting creatures in orbs, basically. It just wasn't a major aspect of it. Applied Gathering Handbook. We can actually use that. Oh, hey, an extra set of carry weight. Nice. Palmetal Armor Schematic 3. That actually might be useful. Basically, this game is, what if we modded some Pokemon elements into Ark? Which, kind of been thinking about playing another Pokemon game in the not too distant future, but yeah. I wanted to be done with this challenge before I actually sat down and played a Pokemon game. I don't know what Pokemon game I'd play. Maybe Gen 2 or 3, I'm not sure. Then again, I also need to play through some of the gens that I never actually got to fully play. Because they were on the DS. Like Black and White. I might end up playing that. Just gonna run around here and look for, wrecks on the ground, because those give computer parts, or boards, or whatever it calls them. Ugh, God. But yeah, walking through 93-degree heat for some groceries was maybe not the best idea, but honestly, it's not the worst it's been lately, because, funnily enough, the wind was actually blowing pretty decently today, and there was actually, like, some clouds, so, you know, it wasn't getting beat down upon by the fucking scorching ray of the sun. Which made things just so much easier to deal with. Hi, Daniel. But yeah, I've been thinking about playing a Pokemon game eventually as just like one of kind of the switching between games thing that I tend to do. There's a couple of things I have some vague plan to do eventually soon. We'll see. Iron Nest is 100% on the list of things to play, though. Especially because Tommy gifted it to me, so... Personal intent. If I'm handed a game like that, I'm going to probably stream it. Unless something ridiculous happens, or... such. Which, yeah, I like that game. I played the demo, and I played it pretty decently through. At least the demo. Of course I leveled up immediately. We'll want that. And that. The flamethrower I don't think is any good for what we're going to be doing. Laser rifle. We also have to build that. So we're going to have to start getting hardwood. Keeping them fed kind of drained a bit of my money. Especially because I wasn't running around doing dungeons. Which isn't necessarily hard to, like, fix. I just remembered something. I just had a sudden memory. Did I ever go over here and get this tower that I saw the other day? I don't think I did. Also, like, I get these desires to play certain things. And I usually wait to see if they just kind of build up and stick around or fade after a couple of days. Pokemon has definitely been sticking in my head. A lot of retro stuff is, though, lately. And as much as it pains me a little bit to say, Dark Souls 1 is a retro game now, and I've been kind of feeling like playing it. I don't know if I'll stream it or not. I don't know how much I want to play it. That's the main issue. Especially because I don't know the difference between the original Prepare to Die version and the remaster. Cause I'll be straight up about this. I never beat some of the bosses the quote-unquote true gamer way. Some of the bosses I beat through cheese, and I will never beat them the correct quote-unquote way. Because I am incredibly pragmatic and don't care. You will not get me to fight Orgelstein and Stu in the way that most people do, are like, yeah, but this is the real way to fight them, like the honorable way. You're not getting me to fight those two at all without cheese. Especially because I have been vaguely aware in the past on some of the cheesy ways to beat them that, if nothing else, is almost a guarantee as long as you're able to dodge. Fun fact, you can one-hit those two almost. It just takes 20 minutes, but you can. You can one-hit most of the bosses with 20 minutes of prep time. You may be wondering, because I don't know how well known it is, but do you know how many bosses in Dark Souls are not immune to toxic damage? You can kill most of the bosses in that game with a single item and ludicrous amounts of time. Hee hee. So yeah, I've never properly, quote-unquote, fought Ornstein and Smoo. I either had, like, people in multiplayer that are helping me, or I cheese the fuck out of them. Because fuck Orgelstein and Stu, which I'm always going to call them that. Better than one name I heard someone call them, which was Fat Fuck and the Twink. But yeah, I've been vaguely interested in playing Dark Souls again. Which I've never finished 100%ing Dark Souls 3. Unlikely, by the way, to happen anytime soon. Mostly because I just don't want to fucking bother grinding the Covenant item drops. Yeah, I never did go over here and get this. Okay. Did I get the computer chip I needed? No, I didn't. I'm easily distracted, apparently. Oh, I did test out Iron Nest just to make sure everything was running okay and to fiddle with the settings and whatnot. That game gives you a cat. You can have a cat. You can customize the cat. And it can have it be a kitten too. You can also make the cat a fucking monstrosity with the sliders. I do mean a monstrosity. Like, you can beef out that cat until it is, like, 20 pounds of pure muscle and rage in appearance. Which is funny. Or you can turn it into a noodle. A horrifying, yet perfectly okay and happy noodle. Going. What? Lumber? You can get lumber? You can get skill books from those? What? Okay. Not gonna lie, that's news to me. There are fucking books you can get from that? Huh. I actually spent less at the store today than I thought I would. Mostly because I was trying some different brands of some products that had new versions of things that were a little bit cheaper, and I was just like, fuck it, why not? What a strange little spot of this island. Relatively calm spot, too. I never made the, gear for cold, did I? And I still haven't got upgraded yet. Alright, let's keep going after just parts. Don't you fucking bother. We're going to need the crystal. I know we're going to need the crystal, but I don't want to think about it right now. We barely had to use the sulfur yet, now that I think about it. To be fair, we're also just kind of weirdly powerful. Like, running all those dungeons has proven a couple of things. Like, you don't actually need certain gear items if you just grind up fucking stats. Which, I am wondering, what would it take to punch a boss to death? How much attack, if at all possible, would I need to One Punch Man the whale? Can I Saitama that whale into non-existence? I really want to punch the whale. Google moderation AI has flagged this stream for violent threats against whale. You think, like, the ice in the center of these... What do you think it tastes like? Is the water here drinkable? Don't worry, I have brain damage. I want to point out for the record that every time I say I have brain damage, it's a joke. I have things severely wrong with me. I'm like 80% sure it's not actual brain damage, though. If I have brain damage and everybody who's ever, like, tried to diagnose me missed that fact, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm going to lose a lot of faith in humanity. I don't want to bother fighting them right now. I just don't. Siblix. Sibilix. I don't know how to say that name. By the way, you know what's really cool? I was thinking about playing the Calamity mod. I think I mentioned this before. Guess fucking not. Guess I won't be playing that Terraria mod. I fucking hate mod makers. I'm just full out. I hate all of them now. It's happened too many times. I'm sick of it. How the... just... Genuine anger, by the way. I am so sick of modding communities. Like, I love mods. I love the idea of modding. Modding communities need to purge themselves of certain elements and lose the ego they've had for so long. Because I've turned into fucking cesspits where shit like what happened with Calamity occurs way too fucking often. Especially the part where they took issue with things that weren't the thing that's everybody upset at right now. Because I'm just gonna state outright, I find it really hard to believe that the team didn't know both times. I find it incredibly hard to believe. And that disgusts me to my core. But yeah, mostly just like, oh, like flabbergasted and angry, because it's just like, wow, this really cool mod is now a fucking pariah-ass fucking thing. Because some people can't help but to commit fucking horrific crimes.
Yep. Yep.
I hate people.
Yep.
I hate people. What What a fascinating location. Is this really just like... Okay, then. Guess it is. Neat. What does this do? Huh. Neat. That's useful. Oh, that's what that is. That's a journal. Okay. But yeah, the main plan I have for today is going to be just try to get the base food supply stabilized, upgrade the base, get some better gear. That's more or less the entire goal right now. Okay. That's not the item I was looking to find in there, but sure. I'm actually kind of shocked how much calmer this area is compared to some of the others we've been in. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. I guess might as well mention the other wild thing that has people up in a tizzy on a lesser scale for less good reasons. So, for ad revenue, YouTube doubled the hour requirement. Gonna be honest. Doesn't really mean anything. Cause like outside of YouTube being greedy, which is, you know, kind of one of those weird issues of, to be fair, YouTube loses money anyways. Now, are they going about trying to get money a reasonable way? A lot of times, no. That one is... I'm going to criticize it for reasons that people usually aren't criticizing it, but kind of literally pinching. Because if you have trouble, if you were having trouble making the 4,000 watch hours requirement, you weren't going to make fuck all money in the first place. Hell, if you get 8,000 watch hours, you're not making fuck all money off of ads anyways. Just saying. It's doubling it doesn't mean anything on either end almost. Where it's just like, it's a pointless move, but also people freaking out about it. You're not making money off 4,000 watch hours anyways. Nor are you making money off of the views for shorts at that amount either, because shorts are fucking awful for revenue, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not monetized, but I know people who are and have known people who are. And can guarantee you, the most common thing I hear is that ad revenue is fuck all. Like, you have to be pretty significantly sized and have regular output of videos to be making ad revenue. Like, there's a reason why most people's money is from memberships and donations and sponsors and, like, ad reads, you know? Like, actual ad reads. So they're not even increasing the thing that would actually make most people money on any level. So it's both a weird move and something I don't know why people are actually freaking out about, because they don't necessarily actually know. Oh, and also just to point something out to somebody who will never see me say this. But hey, Moist Critical, YouTube pushes AI. You fucking idiot. They're not trying to fight it. If you don't know, dude literally like put out a video claiming that it was about fighting AI channels, and it's like the reasoning was dumb. If they could make 4,000 hours with their like slop content farm channels, they'll make 8,000 hours with their slop content channels. That changes nothing. Nor does like YouTube fight AI. Only reason I saw that video is because someone posted it in a Discord, and it was like, no, the fuck are you talking about? Like, anybody who's a YouTuber can tell you by looking at the back end of YouTube, no, they try to push AI all the fucking time. They don't do anything about the slop channels. They never have done anything about the, like, fucking content mill slop channels unless it became a legal problem. Or a massive issue in which they don't even fix it then. They just do what they can to, like, sweep it under the rug, because no shit, those channels wouldn't exist if they weren't making money. And if they make money, who also makes money? YouTube. Correct. Fucking dumb takes, then. And before somehow, some way, he finds out that I said that, it's just like, oh, fuck. Yeah, but not happening. Whatever. Using it more as just like a talking point. Because, yeah, no. Because he said it, a bunch of people probably will believe him. Even though, like, if you think about it critically for half a second, no. Pal Tamer's glasses? Epic. Like, are those... No. The fuck do those do? Interesting. I assume something. We'll see. Oh, there's a dungeon here. Might as well. Kinda just exploring to also explore. I really don't like sleeping on the other side of my bed, by the way. Because one of the springs poked through on the side that I normally sleep on. Have I caught one of these guys before? Well, if I haven't, I'm about to. Don't do that. Get in the ball. Save me some time. Diet lover. Oh, he dropped one. Cool. Perfect. Good to know that they actually dropped those. In any case, this guy probably just got himself put on the team back at base. Whenever we actually need cooling, he has a fucking lower hunger rate. Yeah, he is 100% probably the one that's going to be put on the team. Purely for that alone. And yeah, we'll need somebody who can do cooling eventually. Plus, if we're trying to solve some of the food problem back at the base, having it actually cooled will help. I've never been in these dungeons.
Yep.
Can I just skip this puzzle because I have a ludicrous amount of stamina? The answer is yes. I can 100% skip this puzzle because I have ludicrous amounts of stamina. Where's the actual treasures? There they are. I love whenever you can just skip a puzzle because your stats are just that high. This is a 4-directional tunnel area.
Yep.
I don't know which side I came through at. Oh? Green assault rifle. That might be useful. Treasure room. They just made the texture silver colored instead of gold, which, yes, looks neat, but implies that this treasure room is significantly less valuable. Oh, a diamond? Huh. Also purple. Purple lotus. That's neat and all, but, yeah. Like, I know silver overall is a lesser metal than gold in a lot of ways for decorative purposes. Mostly because silver is, well, it tarnishes easily, unfortunately. But I'm gonna be honest, silver, I think, is a much better color than gold. Pairs with certain colors better, too. Like, gold is cool as a color, but silver, it's just more of a vibe that I like. Gotta take care of the ads. We do not want to be fighting this guy with his extras. Chillet's very unaware, apparently. Leap attack, okay. Oh, he is significantly weaker than the dragon was. Okay. Sure. Alright. I've also been kind of curious about some of the raid bosses, but I'm not 100% sure if I want to bother with that yet. Oh yeah, the Terraria dungeon! I completely forgot about the Terraria dungeon. Right. I want to go do that. I just want to go, like, do the Terraria dungeon. It's there. I guess I'll need to, like, let them build up supplies of certain kinds a little bit. We can do the Terraria dungeon today. Fuck it, why not? I really wish, by the way, that the Ultra Kill collab included a dungeon, cause I would fucking love to see that. Yeah, just send us one to one of the layers of hell. Good job. Very good hunter. I almost said hunger. I'm kind of surprised that I've managed to get this far with only one base, by the way. Depressed? Oh, for fuck's sake. You can't be depressed. The food quality has really, really harmed things around here. Just occurs to me what I just said was probably not the best thing to say, but... you know, whatever. Yeah, we definitely need to improve the food. They're starting to get illnesses. I forgot what I named you. Who are you again? Are you like Bob or Steve or Frank? Frank Orkman. Night, Lynx. Sleep well. Cool. Base upgrade. Build electric furnace. Okay. Oh my god, we still don't have another spot for a person. Am I not actually able to have more people? Huh. That might be a problem. That means I really need to get some people's abilities up way higher. We may have to, like, reroute our course of thought here. If that's the case. I do like that we at least got a couple of things we can use now. Also, I'm gonna have to treat that woman myself, but you know. Putting away stuff first. Isn't having see-through walls so much easier to find people with? So much easier. I will not abide any declarations that I'm running a totalitarian surveillance state because I put up walls because I need to find people easier. I will not tolerate that. If you say that, you're going into the Panopticon. And it will be made out of glass, too. And you won't get a bed. You'll have to sleep on glass. But it won't be easy to break, so fuck you. Let's take these. First off, where is she? I need to replace some of these people. Like, the ones who all look the same are really annoying to deal with. Come here. You're getting a shot. There you go. What are your skills, Paula? You have lumbering? Do I want to give you the lumber book? Yeah, why not? That doesn't really matter. She can have it. No, don't do that. Honestly, between mining and that's about what she... I hate you. I hate you people. I hate you yellow-dressed freaks showing up here, trying to get me to buy pals. Go away. Every time I kill you, you drop a fucking pal on the ground that takes fucking 40 days to go away. 50 almost. Shoo, I don't want you here. Who do we have? He has both. Honestly. Fabius Donghi. Congratulations on getting better at the only jobs you're around for. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully. Electric furnace. I really was hoping we didn't have to have the electric furnace. Quite yet. Bio batteries. Okay. I mean, we're gonna have to get it anyways, but you know. This does unlock more gear, at least. Corrosive solvent. I don't have bio battery unlocked, do I? Or can I not make it? I can't make it. Because I need carbon fiber! Okay. Well, I said they were going to need to work on some stuff. Behold, the carbon fiber they're going to have to make. Well, we need that, and that's running. Okay. At least that's another immediate upgrade, yeah. I'm thinking 2 of these guys are for carry stuff, aren't they? They're probably getting replaced. We're probably going to replace them with a PAL Genetics Research Unit Executioner. Because I think individuals having just their skills is what we're going to have to accept. Alright. Who has the worst skill? This guy. Welcome to the team. Randomized name generator. Let's go. Random name generator. All categories masculine generate. You know what? That is a hell of a name. Volodya Vivek. Jesus. One moment. Okay. So how many people do we have that we need to upgrade, basically? 1, 2. So 2 people who need level 1. And then we can look at getting level 2 for everyone else. As needed. Honestly, we're going to try to get him better watering. We just 100% need that guy to have better watering skill. Work speed might also help. But yeah. Oh, hey, look, Zoe again. Alright. Let's see. An extra slot is not going to really help me much. How much are these? 300? And these are 200. Alright. If I really needed to, there are ways that I can grind that out. But yeah, hopefully the roof work will be done. At least in the amount of was actively causing me issues. Ah, damn it, I didn't want to put him away. Okay. Can I just quick sort this so that they end up down here and not up there? He needs upgrading. He'll need an upgrade. I'm not too certain if I want to keep this guy around. We may end up replacing him with someone else, but for now, his skills are useful. This guy has Fire 3. I guess this guy can get upgraded as well. Alright. So first off, that got him to level 4 cryo. Okay. And that got him level 4 gathering. Honestly, not bad. So first off, you. Watering. Good. Handiwork, whatever. Wood cutting, sure. Handiwork, god damn it. Did that give him another point in carrying or mining? Either way. We have one more? One more level 2 fruit. Who do I want to hand that to? Who would it be useful on potentially is a better question. Notably, a lot of our people have terrible mining still. She honestly might get replaced. Clumsy is not helping at all. I might try to get a better version of her. Zoe would just up to level 6. You know what? This guy has been our farmer guy for a long time. I don't know what that did for him, but okay. Honestly, it's kind of funny to think that he has the same level of gathering as that guy now. Here. We also might just want to do this real quickly. Grab both of them. He's our only source of water work. So upping his speed is probably a good idea. Just get all his stats up. I don't know. Do we take our, do we give Ianto just the job of watering only? I might want to do that. Yanto. Him being ice is whatever. Well, there's that. I think the merchant dude just needs to be working watering pretty much exclusively. Like, he's the only one who can. Which, to be fair, that's more or less the only job he has in the first place. Her planting doesn't matter. Honestly, I might put her to work on one of the mines. We'll do that with that. This guy, it doesn't really matter. He's fine. She's fine. You don't need to be doing that. You're fine. Fine. What else would she be doing? Okay. So is he cooling the food box in there now? Where's the new one? Okay, that requires a bunch of that shit. Okay. I mean, if he's at least cooling the ingredients, that'd be helpful, but I know for a fact that doesn't seem to be what he's doing at all. In fact. Whatever. Put that away. I really hope we haven't somehow worked through our entire supply of electricity doing this one thing. No, they finished. Cool. Okay. The fact that the new furnace is going to require it, though, is, that's what that does. Okay. I didn't know what that was until now. It's going to be a problem. Okay. You're lucky I can't see you to shoot you. But yeah, we have to use this somewhat sparingly. I probably also need to look into getting them all the better bedding. Like the really nice beds. What else is there here? That high quality and Palmetal. Of course it does. I think the answer ultimately is we just need to upgrade everyone's ability to work. Yes, Grug. Very nice gun. We all saw it. You carry it everywhere. I'm glad you're happy to have it. Zoe, once again, not helping build anything, whenever that's her only ability. I need to forbid some people from running on the treadmills. Palmetal. Okay, cool. Nice. Upgrade time. Weapons assembly line 2. God damn it. I am about to 100% just destroy the tree and the rock mining spot. I really find it hyper annoying that they fixate on that and nothing else. Hi, Clanker. How are you? Plus, we do need some of these other things. Pure quartz. What's pure quartz used in? Palmetal. Palmetal's the thing we're at, right? We need that. 385 defense, 330 at the epic level. That has both resistances. Okay. Log and stone. I think dwarves could get behind that chant. Yeah, I think we're basically in need of pal metal more than anything. Although we do have this level of armor available, but one thing at a time. Like, I have the other places available, and this is what they choose to do instead. These are going away. I'm tired of them. If I ever need them, woe betide me. Where might I find trees in this place? Oh, woe betide me. How could I ever find trees or rocks in this location of the world? Ah, the abundance of nothingness surrounding me. I didn't mean to fall off that, but okay. I fucking hate that these pals are just sitting around. What did I need sulfur for? I genuinely don't remember what in the world sulfur is used for other than ammo, which might be very American of me, but you know. Okay. Now they should actually make the things I need. Sure, I could automate where they're actually going, but I guess since we're also sitting around, might as well have them make that because, yeah, it's gonna be needed anyways at some point. How's our power looking? Okay. Reminder, this is what, like, 12 hours offline looks like, power generated wise. We boosted his watering by how much, and he still isn't, like, making sure to do his job? Ay. That sounds like a chicken desiring death. Rug? I loved making a bunch of wood stuff to sell to the elves, then finding out they take it like an offense. Yeah. You just can't win whenever it comes to elves. They will always find something to be upset about. They're much like Europeans in that matter. What did the upgraded thing require for food? Right. Far more than I have access to at any reasonable level. We have 300 something fucking carrots. Okay. I'm gonna have to assign somebody to mining ore, aren't I? They're not gonna do it otherwise. Fine. Woe betide ye, who goes to the coal mine? You. Woe betide ye, who goes to the ore mines? Honestly, her. Oh, I can just assign people to that permanently, huh? Okay. What was it they said? The real eldritch horror of Elder Scrolls lore is even the orcs and dwarves are elves. Yeah. The orcs and dwarves are both elves, and the dwarves were taller than men. Like the races of men. Which is in itself really funny. Alright, crystals. Basically up here. A mining colony is 100% still something I should do, by the way. That I have just been still putting off because I don't want to bother with the effort to do so. There's some other Elder Scrolls lore that I don't think I'm allowed to talk about anymore. Involving the Red Guard. There's a lot of questions, though, you can ask about Elder Scrolls. And a lot of them you're not going to get a very good answer to. Just don't think very hard about the fact that, that apparently humans just can be with just about anything and have viable offspring. Don't think about that one too hard. Redguard used to be Japanese. The Empire used to be Japanese Roman. Like, no, seriously, look up some of the oldest, like, stuff about how the imperial provinces were. Also, remember that Bethesda is incredibly lazy and boring because there's entire other continents in the Elder Scrolls that include some insane shit that they just ignore exist. You know it's bad when fucking Elder Scrolls Online goes more into some of the interesting parts of the lore. Like, you know, the Empire of Snake People that's across the ocean somewhere. You know, it's a part of the Elder Scrolls lore that ESO touches on that Bethesda never did? The Slowed. you know, the aquatic, giant, fat, bulbous monstrosities that really love necromancy. Bethesda is boring. No, slowed, I believe is what they're called. Give me a moment. I might be misremembering their name. Elder Scrolls Slowed. Yes, the Slowed. Sload. The Slowed, or the Slugmen. They were horrific, ugly monstrosities with hearts of pure evil and a love of necromancy. Yeah. Which is insane, by the way. Because they have been a horrendous threat to the Empire more than once. Bethesda doesn't even seem to know they exist, even though they're in ESO and in, like, the lore. What else was in the Elder Scrolls that Bethesda just doesn't fucking talk about anymore? Oh yeah, the weird fox people. Like, if you ever thought that it's weird that there's just cat and lizard people and no other kinds of beast folk, oh, there were. There absolutely was. A lot of them, in fact. There's this one fanfiction author that when he gets into writing about a series, does an absurd amount of research. Most of my Elder Scrolls lore is from him. And from his posts and forum discussions. There is a level of intrinsic horror to the lore that Bethesda just ignores. And it annoys me. What else was there? Because there's a lot of insane shit in the lore that they could use if they had a modicum of ability to write. Like, there's the Slowed, who often antagonize the Altmer, by the way. Like, they have all of Skyrim where the fucking Altmer have their fucking stupid little empire, and there's not even a like breaking bullshit going on. They don't even mention anything about the Slowed because the Slowed have a hard-on for trying to fuck up anything the High Elves do. Because they just hate the elves and hate those elves in particular, specifically. It's so great that one of the things Bethesda did as a company with Elder Scrolls was just completely forget that like 90% of the races of the world exist. And it's wild that ESO has more about the lore in it, despite being a horrendous amount of lore breaking. But hey, less so than fucking Bethesda at this point. They banned being a full power nerd autist about things around 2010. Like, one of the things they fucked up in Elder Scrolls was even during Oblivion, Molag Bal and like Mehrunes Dagon, they kind of reversed their styles. Mehrunes Dagon's Realm of Oblivion was not hell. It was not just, oh look, this is an analogy for hell and the devil. It was actually far more interesting than that. It was more closely described as blue in color, if I remember right. Like, the old descriptions of the Daedric realms is very interesting. It's been forever since I properly looked into that, but yeah. Sucks so fucking much that they wanted to make Mehrunes Dagon just be the devil. It is hilarious that people write a better story for Oblivion's Mehrunes Dagon than anyone at the company did. Do I seriously not have that schematic? Am I still picking up new versions of these things fucking schematic? Okay, that's refined. Never mind. God, I'm trying to think of some of the more bizarre Elder Scrolls lore that isn't just the obvious stuff like, you know, all the shit that was talked about in Morrowind, basically. But yeah, no, the slowed... What else was there? Oh yeah, all the other kinds of humans. Because yeah, there was a bunch of different kinds of humans too, mind you. Let's see all the forms of myrrh. Oh yeah, the beast folk. So... we get, you know, Argonians and Khajiits. What else was included in the beast folk? Bird folk, centaur, dragonling, druge, faun, frost giant, goblinkin, grummite, hadolid, harpy, hob, imga, lamia, the fox creatures that I can't pronounce the name of, lizard bull, Manticora, Minotaur, Slowed. You know. Wild shit. But Bethesda just didn't want to bother. Either because of technical limitations or, limitations in the brain power of the writing staff. Specifically. I love the idea that was tossed out in one of the Elder Scrolls games. Which one was it? Oh no, it was Skyrim. There's a part of Skyrim, it's like extended lord stuff, where apparently the fucking high elf like country stopped the moon in Elsewhere, and that's just never really thought about. Ysgramor's youngest son, Wulfric, had a Falmer GF. Snow elf. Pedantic, I know, but still. This is gonna take forever. Yes, it is. Alright, we need to actually hard focus on getting these people's skills up. Which is something I really didn't want to have to focus on. Fucking hell, the whole thing with one of the book series you can find in like the Elder Scrolls games. Like Baron Zaya, I think it was, that series of books within the game. If you want some bizarre reading, I'm pretty sure it's Baron Zaya and the like other version of the Book of Baron Zaya stuff. Because there are two different versions. One of them purports to be the actual story of the guy. Just sit down and read those, I think it is. And it's just like, wow. So no one at the staff knows this book exists, right? Somehow. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go about this because I don't have the winter gear to run around in some of these places. Do we just try to run around the desert and see if we can't find some coins and shit? Let's see. Boars were once capable of the Thum before Ysgramor put a stop to that, quote from the thread. But yeah. It's kind of sad in a lot of ways that Bethesda has slowly transformed Elder Scrolls into generic fantasy. Whenever a lot of it is whenever you actually take a look, fucking insane is the word that comes to mind lore-wise with what's actually true about that universe. Oh, hey, look, it's a cat girl. Anyways. I like that people have gone back and made Daggerfall more accessible. Because even in that game, before you even start, you get some insane things compared to the starting of Skyrim and other things, where it's just like, oh yeah, you spent some time learning how to speak dragon. Yeah? Okay. Yeah, dragons were just so common that apparently you could go out and just learn how to speak to them and do that. You know, the guardians of time. Which with newer lore makes that incredibly funny. You know, because some random, like, shitfuck from the back end of nowhere can just go learn to speak dragon. You know, the Thum. Okay. I like how in Daggerfall, the eldritch nature of the gods was more on display. Because it's like, oh yeah, here's a temple to one of the gods, like the Daedric gods. You want to talk to them? Okay, show up on Thursday night and bring it like 500 gold and a flask of whatever the fuck and try to contact them. They may not give a shit. Which is always just fun to know. I also like the fact that if you tried to summon them again, they'll fucking slap you and tell you to go away. Most of them will. I think there's like one or two who will just be like, I don't fucking care. Leave me alone. Did it just resummon its minions? Oh no, they died. What the fuck is happening? I don't like this thing's hitbox. It confuses me. I'm not even fully certain what I'm looking for right now. I know I need to be getting dog coin, but gonna be honest, I don't feel like looking up the path that I need to run for that. So I'm just gonna let the base run and make that item while I wander around vaguely looking for anything I can find. I like the fact that back in the day, one of the beliefs of what happened to the dwarves involved them finding out something and realizing something true about the universe just caused all of them to just bloop out of existence. Which, to be fair, Morrowind actually did answer basically kind of what happened to the elves. And it's something along the lines of, yeah, they kind of just blooped out of existence. I don't know what to tell you. And they kind of did it to themselves. So, there's that. Tricks included trying to convince him to become an elf. What? Oh. Wait a minute. These guys are here? Wait. Oh my god, these guys are here. Guys, we have access to humans that we shouldn't right now because of this. Oh my god, I'm actually just a... What? Oh, hey! Shelled ex-chief. Notice too hard and they cease to be. Kinda yes. That's the funny part. Except they kinda wanted to. It's really weird. And Bethesda muddied the fucking waters really hard. But it's funny how many people were acting like they had no idea what happened to the dwarves in lore videos where it's like, you should already know. Okay. You're a lore channel, why are you ignoring fucking the thing? Like, one of the most important games lore-wise. Lore channels. I don't know anything about it. It's too hard to play. I can't read. Oh my god. I can't believe I can just do this. Hello. He wants a glass of beer. Taking your stuff. I'm actually shocked that this is something I can do. I didn't even think about the fact that these guys had bases because I never thought about the fact that they might not be hostile if I go in here. I'm just allowed to be here. That is so strange. Sorry. Sorry. The dwarves moved to a better game. Really? Really easy to believe that. It is so funny that the idea of the dwarves saw the future using Chim, but it was the real fucking future of what would happen with Bethesda and decided to just fuck off out of reality to a different game. That is entirely within the lore, by the way, as a possibility of something they did. If you want to know how batshit Elder Scrolls lore used to get, there is an argument that it is actually entirely canonical that they looked into the reality of the real world's future, saw what Bethesda was going to do to Elder Scrolls, and noped out to a different series. Hi, Zam. How are you? Fuck this, we're going to Deep Rock Galactic. It is insane that I'm actually able to do this, though. I'm actually just kind of shocked. Who's in here? Oh. I like this place. This is funny. Oh. I do like that there's actually kind of a group where, you know, not hostile with by default. It is kind of funny I can just walk in here and take stuff, though. Free dungeon. So we have a Faybreak warrior now.
Yep.
Which is interesting. I was really not expecting that I'd be able to just do that, but sure. Ah, man. I'm so fucking tired. I'm really hoping, as I keep saying, that they're actually done with the roof work, at least on the part of the building that mine is. So that I can actually just get sleep now. I'd really like just to be able to sleep. And not have the issue where I lay down and in the half sleep, like, meditative state that I go into to try to properly sleep, just hear in the back of my mind the sounds of them hammering despite it being the middle of the night. Fun fact, I've actually vaguely learned some level of meditation just because it helps make lying there and not being able to sleep that much easier to do. Because, you know, the fuck else am I going to do whenever I'm just trying to eventually fall asleep? I want to know what my stats are looking like. Oh, that's great. Hip hop, 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 hip hop. I don't know which way the boss arena is. Well, obviously not this direction, but hey, treasure room not at the bottom of a fucking cliff. That's great. But yeah, I'm probably going to have just time in between streams of this game now to let my people build up an electric supply again. 'Cause we're going to eat a shit ton of electricity. I do not care. You are not worth my time. Sorry, I'm wanting to look at the favorite guy again. What was his abilities? He has transport too. This guy is gonna replace one of the grenadiers, I think. He's just a better version of them outright. Besides, I need to replace some people with the basic syndicate look. That's why they left? God. I wouldn't put it past Bethesda that I've already been in here. What? This is the dungeon I cleared earlier. I completely blanked on... Okay. Well, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. If the dwarves were still in Elder Scrolls by the time that Emil took over as head writer, 100% the dwarves would be speaking a Scottish accent, would be short, and would be like, you know, every other dwarf in existence instead of what they are lore-wise. Which is actually tall elves, funnily. They're called dwarves because the giants were the ones who named them. Hey, remember whenever in the lore that giants actually spoke? You know, the giants, those guys, yeah, they speak. They have their own language and culture. They can be talked to. Thanks, Bethesda, for turning them into big angry club monsters with no actual interesting aspect to them. There was a joke I heard the other day about the way that they became rocket scientists. There's a lot of things. I know one of the previous writers said what his like belief of what happened with the dwarves were. Take it or leave it as to if you believe that or not. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't change anything either, but yeah. Which literally was, they catapulted themselves far into the future where there was space technology. That's actually what one of the former writers said. Like I said, take it or leave it. It doesn't really change or matter. Personally, I go with the idea that they actually did just bloop themselves into a different reality. Or out of existence. Both are entirely possible. Don't fuck with Chim if you don't know what you're doing, especially on a race-wide scale. Which, how do you learn how to use Chim? Well, use Chim. Well, isn't that the problem? It's Chim, though. Shit's insane. Oh, hey, this sand shit that I probably need to be grabbing while I'm out here. Yeah, this Night Star sand. This has a use. A use that I don't think I'm quite to yet. Those are incredibly easy puzzles. I'd be terrified to see somebody struggling on those. I fucking forgot the arena exists. There's the arena. I could do the arena for stuff. Ah, shit. I don't know if that'd be worth my time. Oh, I remember what that is. Oh yeah, there's also the Terraria dungeon. There's a bunch of shit I could do. They do the pickup sound with their claws. Oh great, that's not gonna confuse me if I'm in this area ever. Like just then. In a different reality, video editing doesn't piss me off so hard and I'd be making videos. Pissing other people off because I just don't deal with the bullshit of some of this shit. I guess most people don't like video editing either though, because a lot of people just get video editors. I guess. Which, yeah. Realistically, if you're going to be putting out enough videos at a time to actually, you know, live off of as a YouTube, an editor is probably a good thing if you want to have, free time. Well, you know, my mattress stabbed me the other day, so I'm not very, affluent is the word. Yeah. I'm slowly freezing to death out here. Good thing I have a ridiculous amount of fucking health. Which I should make that even higher. I won't feel truly safe until, you know, I add an extra 2 digits to my health bar. These things are hostile. Because of course they are. That's an egg, right? Yeah. I love being in the desert and turning to look off to the side and seeing an iceberg. What do we got? Hal Armor Schematic 2. Oh, man. That's worthless. Where do I intend to go? And what do I intend to do? I bought some cookie mix for chocolate chip cookies. I'm probably going to try to make those tomorrow. Oh, hey! That's actually really good. We need to see more of these. Anyways, we're gonna murder this and hope we don't die. I actually may want to start a fire because my health is significantly lower than I prefer it to be. This is hardwood. That's... Oh. Well, that's slightly a problem, isn't it? Huh. Mm-hmm. I'm going to hope it remains there while I do this. This is why I wasn't exploring this area, by the way, for the most part. As it turns out, my ridiculous amount of health is not going to save me. As much as I would love to kill that right now, we can't exactly do that at level 40 enemy in the fucking freezing cold as I'm slowly dying. Tragedies amongst tragedies. Ere shall we weep at the loss of what could be for the safety of our assured asylum? Yes, that is in fact correct English. Okay. Look at this Pippa just absolutely having a great day. Look how happy this Pippa is. What the audience couldn't see was that I was flipping a coin in my brain, trying to decide if I just absolutely destroy that creature with a bullet. Now, I don't want to make a claim and seem overconfident, but I bet I can make it. I bet I can. I could see you fighting the want to kill. See, the funny thing is, it wasn't even a want. I was just trying to decide if I randomly wanted to shoot it or not. I don't actually have much desire to kill. I just do. Oh my god, I actually can make it. Wow. Okay. Huh. I think I got a good amount of stamina. Something just seems like that might be the case. Alright. What do you have? Oh. Neat. Huh. Okay. So some of this stuff might actually be worth my time. Maybe. All the moves are useless. These, though. These might be worth my time. Yes. Nice team you got there. Let's find out how fucking crazy I am. I see. I see. That's interesting. I need to be able to kill harder. Yes. How much are these? Okay. And noteworthy is the fact that not really. Not exactly at the power level I think I need to be to make that worth doing for those weapons. Definitely can, but yeah. I might go to the Terraria dungeon. That seems like something to do. What else is there? spectate. Okay. Okay. That's what that other option was besides PvP. Decayed treasures. 55. What was that? Scouring Island. Frostbitten. Sealed Realm of Terraria. There it is. Because why not? I just had the dumbest thought I think I've had in a while. Hey guys. Are the things from the Terraria dungeons pals? Like, either way, I'm going to not, like, take them. But are they pals? Do we categorize the stuff from the Terraria dungeon as pals? Like, that's kind of pedantic in a way. They have partner skills, which are pals only as a thing, right? So that makes them pals. How do we define what a pal is outside of the game telling us that humans are, in fact, not pals? I said I'm not even going to take any of them or use any of them, but this kind of does bring up the question. Level 45. This place is gonna hurt me, isn't it? This place still probably sucks. Level 34. Okay, 3 shots to kill 1. But they're non-hostile. That's the big thing for the room. I should be grabbing the mushrooms, by the way, because I need them for research purposes. Actual statement of true thing, by the way. The fake sky. This is actually one of the better places without going to the one location to pick up mushrooms, because they're kind of everywhere. Hello. How are you? I'd already had coffee today, so I didn't really have that much before stream. I can definitely feel the fatigue just rolling back over me even more. Ugh. And on my way. This place is actually one of the larger dungeons, if I remember right. With a lot more turns and shit. Also, just the healing things there. Oh yeah, the Dazzy are here too. Do I need the clouds from these things for anything? There is an item that I can make with them that teleports me, I think. I'm trying to determine if that's at all worth my time right now, though. And I don't think it is. I might just run along the left-hand side through the dungeon. And pick up mushrooms. All the mushroom. Oh, the flying eyes. What did you drop? Probably just more of the bar, right? Everything in here basically drops it, right? Yeah, okay. Is like dealing with dependency hell. You need a specific thing to upgrade your base, but it has prerequisites which have prerequisites. This game is honestly a lot lighter with it than you may think. It's honestly not that bad. It's just kind of generic progression. It's like, oh, hey, look, new item. This is required to make a better version of X. It's not very prerequisite heavy, to be honest. It's mostly just like slowly replacing everything one object at a time. I say this is somebody who's beaten Factorio. And then played harder versions of Factorio with mods. Never did beat C-Block, by the way. I ultimately ended up deciding that I, had other things to do with 3 million years of time. Imagine 3D Terraria. I don't think I can say that with a straight face at all. Guys, could you imagine if, like, Terraria was in 3D? That's such a fucking stupid joke. That's what I thought. I'm legitimately kind of just like entering that stupid brain moment. Terraria's soundtrack is such a weird thing. How much of that have we gotten so far? 105. Wow. I can't believe following the left-hand side has just been pathing me through all the places I actually needed to go. I was also unaware of how strong everything was in here. And how none of it has a weak point, apparently. Would you maybe stop spawning? Is telling something to stop spawning the video game equivalent of telling them to kill themselves? Okay, maybe using a sword was a better idea, it turns out. Also, vaguely, occasionally, when especially just not interested in paying attention, I may have been playing more, I'm having trouble remembering words. That's the tired level I'm reaching really hard now. That thing, Starleon. Animal Crossing. I don't even fully know why, like the original one. Oh, this is going a little bit more insane than I thought it would. Need to get through walls. Ah! I don't like the fact they know Apocalypse. That seems a little bit unfair. Running. But yeah, I've been playing a little bit of that occasionally. I've done a fuck all, to be honest, because that game's barely a game to start with, but you know, it's there. There are things. Yep. I hate the color pink. My God, of course there's more. Okay. Ow! There we go. Jesus. I wonder if I'm actually going to be able to kill the thing in here. It's the Eye of Cthulhu, I think, is the boss. I remember playing back in the day whenever there wasn't bosses in Terraria. Yeah, it's the Eye of Cthulhu. Behold the power of gun! Where'd it go? God, your animations are fucking creepy. You evil baseball motherfucker. It got censored in the explosion. Boy, I sure do love some gore and viscera. Nice. Yay. Anyways. What is this? We got that. Terra Prism. And that. Okay. Also a level. Fucking. Okay. I guess that. Yay, that's another boss defeated. Yay. Side boss, mind you, but... So, to explain the exact kind of tired I am, by the way, I can actively feel, like, the weight of my eyelids and kind of the pressure at the sight of them, too. I'm not sure how useful anything I'm gonna get from that is, but I have it now. Don't worry about the way this place looks. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Why is it lagging, though? That's a better question. Why the fuck is it lagging here? Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Everything is freezing. That was weird. Why the fuck did it freak the fuck out like that? What the fuck? Whatever. That was... It counts as an ingot. Oh my god. Is this even done yet? I love that they don't work on that. It's really cool. I'm assuming anything that would actually be worthwhile has to be made in some of the other spots. You know, I was worried about them using up power with the smelter thing. Nah, the guy's not even fucking working on it. Silly me expecting them to do their jobs. All right. Why is that not being worked on? You motherfuck. He's over there running on the treadmill instead of doing his job. Are you fucking kidding me? Where is he? You literally are only assigned to that. Why are you doing... Oh my god. Hey, an extra 10, or 5% ability to not die from that. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm thinking about the fact that he has one job and he's neglecting it to work out. Ugh. You have to be kidding me. Am I actively going to have to babysit them on that? Like, the food problem's bad enough without having to make sure they're actually, you know, trying. Of course, nobody's working on that, which is good. And Zoe's sleeping over there, and that guy's sleeping in the dining hall. There's entirely decent enough places for them to do that, but, you know, you're getting moved over to that so we can actually get that done. You're actually one of them that doesn't have anything else to do. I can't even assign the guy to a generic water the plants job. Okay. Cool. Getting that research done is kinda high on my priorities right now, if you would kindly. Oh yeah, Freybake, yeah. Alright, who gets to go away? Who are we sending away? Out of the two. Where's the other one? I forgot his name was Will Tit. Who the fuck? What do you have? Fuck all. Kinley Adder. Where's the other one? Did we already replace the other one? We did, didn't we? Sorry, Kinley. You're being replaced with the better Kinley. The Insomnia Serenity guy. We don't even need to give this guy a new name. He's just better Kinley. Alright, where's better Kinley? We need to actually give him some stats. Welcome to the team, better Kinley. This is clearly done, right? No, because I didn't even start it. I'm gonna throw you people off a cliff. Why? You are important people that need to be working on the actual jobs that I need you to do. Stop working out. Oh my god. I can't believe they're doing this. Yeah, no. I'm not doing that. All the weapons require the other thing, don't they? They've only made 5 bars of the PAL still. God damn it, you lot. I was actively not trying to get that made. Still happened anyways. I'm so goddamn tired. Oh, have I been going? 2.5 hours? I did say this was going to be a shorter stream because, yeah, I'm going to actually need to get some rest.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, my sleep has been fucked and my days have been filled with construction work and headache. Okay. Okay. As I said, I'm hoping the construction is done. My god, he's now doing that. I hate it. I hate that they're doing that. I cannot prevent them from that. I might actually have to just grab a couple of the, like, lesser ones and shove them into the, like, wills so that they aren't being used by people whose jobs are important for anything else. Will it make some people lose their fucking minds? Yes. Will it provide food? Yes. And in any case, as I said, I need sleep. It was going to be a shorter stream. God. I'll try to return tomorrow. Hopefully there's no more work being done on the roofs that is going to actively cause me a problem. Hepatipe. Alright. Who's online that I can point you guys to? I'm not even sure what I'm going to play tomorrow. We'll see. I'll decide on that, like, I don't know, an hour before I actually start. Stream usually happens like that. Okay. Interesting. No one's online. Huh. There's an existential dread slowly building in my heart. I'm gonna go get some sleep. Thank you all for being here. Hope you liked the new base. We actually did beat a boss. We made some progress. Don't worry, we actually beat a boss. Like a proper boss. Hope you had a good time. Hope to see you next time. Have a wonderful time of day. Remember to do the human things to survive. Goddamn Grug, you have some fucking jumps. Holy shit. Later, Grug. What the fuck?